So hi everyone, in this video we are going to create a wireless LAN. We will use this WLC, that is a wireless LAN controller, and we will implement a security on that WLAN using WPA2, that is Wi-Fi protected access 2, and we will use the pre-shared key. So we will use that authentication method, that is PSK, and if you remember we have another authentication method that is 802.1x. based, so we will not use that, but we will use a simple pre-shared key PSK way of authenticating the client. Anyway, so what we do, we go and select WLC or wireless LAN controller. So we go to network devices, and then we come to this wireless devices, click on the wireless devices, and then we select a wireless controller, that is WLC 2504, and that's there. So this is wireless LAN controller. And then we need a lightweight access point. So this is the lightweight access point. So if you remember, so in autonomous access point, what we have these both parts in the same place, but now we have divided some of the functionality in this wireless LAN controller, and some of the functionality is there in wireless access point. Clear? Then we need a switch to connect them. So this is the switch we are using, and of course we need a laptop or any wireless node. So for example, if you select this laptop, so this is a laptop, and then we make connections between them. So for connectivity, we are selecting this, which will actually automatically choose the connection type. We don't need to be concerned about this crossover or this straight through. Just we will select this, and this will select automatically. So this is from this, not from, sorry, this connection should be, so okay, from this, so from lightweight access point to the switch, and then from the switch to the wireless LAN controller. And yes, in addition to that, we also need a server. DHCP server will be giving IP addresses to these lightweight access points. So we selected a server and put it there, and then we need to make connection here. So this is from server to this one. Okay, so these are the basic connections we need. And then from this wireless to access point, this connection is wireless. This is supposed to be wireless, which we are going to configure today. So I have not connected them. So now what we do, this is a wireless LAN controller, and we need to configure this WLC, and we need to create a wireless LAN using this. But now the question is how to access this wireless LAN controller. To access that, we have management interface there. What we do, we select any PC from here, and we configure a management IP address here just for management purpose. So just we go there and we say config, and here we click on the management, and we give IP address like 192.168.1.1. So we can maybe say .5. This is our management IP address. So this is the IP address which we will use to access this wireless LAN controller. So this is a Control C, and if I say, so this is the IP address, management IP address, which we will use to access this wireless LAN controller for configuration purpose. So yes, this is the IP address, and then we need default gateway. So we can give any default gateway, for example 1.1, so 192.168.1.1, and DNS we can use any DNS, for example like 2. So this is our basic configuration to access this wireless LAN controller, and done. And now we use this PC to access this wireless LAN controller. So what we do, yes, of course we go here and say desktop and say IP. So we say 192.168.1.10. So this is the IP address for this PC. And now the default gateway, we don't need, in this case, default gateway, because we are just directly connected to this. We are not going anywhere else. So this is, I think this is sufficient for this. And then we need to connect this PC to this WLC. We connected this one by using the same, this automatically choose connection type. So automatically connection has been selected. Now we are connected with that. And yes, now we need to access this wireless LAN controller. So to access them, we just click here, and from this we go to browser, web browser, and we say http:// and then 192.168.1.5. So this is the management IP address of the WLC which we want to configure. So press enter, press go, and let's wait for a while so that this PC gets connected with this wireless LAN controller. So yes, after a while you can see we are connected with this LAN controller. So if you go here, you can see this is the first window. So this is the GUI interface, GUI, graphical user interface of this. So we have the command line interface and we have GUI. This is graphical user interface, Windows based. So the initial configuration, first it's asking for the user admin, that is 24 characters. So we can say admin, we can give any name. And here we need password, so maybe newbie, NEWBIE123 is the password. We need to confirm the password, newbie123, and then start. And the next window is that it's asking for set up your controller. So system name, we can give any name. For example, we can say networking newbie, any name you can select. And these are the basic configurations. So just leave it there as it is. And then we have management IP address. And if you remember, what is the management IP address we gave to this controller? So that is 192.168.1.5. So what we do here, we give this management IP address as 192.168.1.5, and then subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and the default gateway is 192.168.1.1. So this is the default gateway we are using. So this is management VLAN ID, any VLAN ID, but for us we are using the same VLAN ID 0. So that can be 0 to 4095. So create next, and now this is the screen where we are creating our first wireless node network. So this is about wireless network which we are creating. So for example, give the name, so what network name, so we are giving maybe newbie1. Okay, so this is the network name which we are going to create. And then security is, so you can see there are different kind of security, personal as well as enterprise, but we are selecting personal at the moment for simplicity. And just say here password, we are using again newbie NEWBIE123, and then NEWBIE123. This is the password for that WLAN which we are creating now. And yes, next, and this is a virtual IP address. Actually, this virtual IP address is used for this. This is used for I think for the mobility management. So DHCP like this. So this is used for mobility management. We just keep it as same as it is, and then next, and then we confirm everything that confirm and setting and apply. We say yes, everything is okay, and say okay. And now it will take some time to make changes in this WLC, which we have made changes. So I can say we can fill a color, and yes. So this was the part which we did just right now. Select a color. I think this would be better one. So instead of this one, we should select a better color, maybe this one. So now the screen. So what we did from this PC, we actually have configured this WLC or wireless LAN controller. At the moment, we have done only this thing. Now for the next step, we are going to configure this server, we will use DHCP server services of this server. So first we are going to give an IP address to this server as itself. So we go to desktop and IP address. We say 192.168.1.3 maybe. So this is the 3, and subnet mask for this, and default gateway is 192.168.1.1 and DNS 192.168.1. Anyway, so these are some basic configuration, but the important thing is that we have given an IP address to the server itself. So this is the IP address of the server, and now we are going to configure its services, collect services. So we are not selecting any other services, only DHCP, but you can select TFTP, DNS, any whatever services you want to configure on this server. But at the moment we are selecting DHCP. On this DHCP, what are the basic things which we need to configure? We need to give the default gateway. So in our case, this is 192.168.1.1, and then maybe DNS 192.168.1.1, and then start IP address. So what happens? We actually use a pool of IP addresses, and now DHCP will take some of the IP addresses from that pool and will assign to the nodes. So we say our pool starts from 192.168.1. maybe 100. So this should be the starting IP addresses, and we say in our network we will have maximum number of users, that is 50. So 50 maximum number of users we want to support by this DHCP, and then we need to give an WLC address, a wireless LAN controller address, which we selected at 192.168.1.5. Remember, this is the IP address which we selected for that. For the WLC, I have written here as well, you can see there. So anyway, yeah, again there, and then we need to turn on those services, and then we say save those all settings here. So now you can see that these settings have been saved here. The default gateway, you can read all these things there, and we just close it. Okay. And now hopefully we should be able to get connected from this to this WLC. So to make sure, we can say that we use the command prompt and we say ping 192.168.1.5. So this is the IP address of WLC, and we want to verify that we are able to get connected from this PC to this PC. So yes, we got reply. It means yeah, connection has been established. And now we again use this browser, and this time we again HTTP, but we will use secure channel, so HTTPS, and then // Now the management IP address of this WLC, that is 192.168.1.5. So this is a management IP address of WLC. We want to get connected with that WLC. So go, and we can see this screen and log in, and now we need to give the password. You remember we gave the admin as a username, and the password was newbie. So these are the passwords just to access the WLC. So with this username and password, we are there in the WLC, in the GUI or graphical user interface of the WLC, wireless LAN controller. So this is the first screen we can see here. So this is the first screen, and you remember we created a wireless LAN here. So to see that, we can go to WLAN, click there, Invader file, and you can see this newbie one is the wireless LAN which we created very fast, and this is the security policy which we selected there. So this is the first WLAN which we created when we were making the basic, when we were entering the WLC at the first time. Okay, now for this lightweight access point, so this is not connected. For that we have to do something, because we have to power it up. So we have a cable here, you can see here. We need to connect this one with this lightweight access point. So this is connected. It means now we have given the power, required power. So we have connected the power adapter to this, and then we close it. Done. So this should turn green. So we have an option like here, you have this fast forward time. So maybe we can get help from there. And then just if we hover over this this lightweight access point, then you can see this says that it has got an IP address. You can see this is 192.168 on the top line. So this is the IP address which this access point has received from the DHCP server, and you can also see the CAP web tunnel. If you remember, the CAP web tunnel is the tunnel between lightweight access point and this wireless LAN controller. So maybe if I use some color here, okay, and this CAP web tunnel is established between WLC and access point, and for that this access point has received an IP address. Sorry for this. You can see that is, and CAP web status is connected, and that is connected to 192.168.1.5. So it means this is connected with WLC. Yes. So yes, so this is connected, and now we go again to this. We just what we did. So we I clicked on this PC and clicked on this browser. So we can say again this https://192.168.1.5, and we say go and admin NEWBIE123 and login. Sorry, here login, and this is the first screen. Again, we logged in. And now we can see the information about the access point which we have connected. So you can see this shows the access point summary. So we only have one access point. So there's only one access point that shows this is connected. And if you want to see the WLAN which we created, so this is WLAN which we created very first. And now if you want to create some other or some more WLANs, then we can also create that one. And for that we have an option here that create new and other options. So we don't have any option in packet tracer, only create a new WLAN. So with this, we are going to create new WLAN, and we select go, and we can give any name here. For example, I can give you UB2, and SSID again maybe same. So we can take different, because SSID will be the broadcast there, which the client will see on their screen. And then this ID should be actually matched with the VLAN, but you can give any name. But it makes sense that if you because VLAN and WLAN, they should be mapped, bounded. So it makes sense that number should match. So anyway, we selected 2 as it is, and we say apply to create the second WLAN. And if you want to verify, then we just click there again on this WLAN. And we can see now we have 2 WLANs here, UB1 and UB2. So we have created 2. But here you see we don't have defined the security policies, and this shows disabled yet. So what we do, we click on this second WLAN which we created now, and we wait for a while, and then status which was disabled, now we are going to enable this. And then for security, we just click on the security. For this UB2 WLAN, we are going to make some security policies here. So we security to layer 2 security is none, which we are going to select WPA, WPA2. We can select 802.1x and a static wired equivalent privacy. So we have studied in theory these all things, but at the moment we are selecting WPA and WPA2. So it means we'll support both this Wi-Fi protected access 1 and Wi-Fi protected access 2. And then we select here from here WPA, WPA2 parameters. We select WPA2 policies, and here in this policies the encryption type, that is AES, So advanced encryption standard, if you remember. So this encryption type, and we use pre-shared keys for authentication, and we need to give some password or a paraphrase, shared key. So we can use newb123. So this is the password which will be required when we will be interested in connecting with this WLAN. And then we have some other options. We have quality of service. Quality of service means many kind of traffic may be flowing in this WLAN. To which kind of traffic you want to give priority. For example, at the same time, you will be using WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, and Zoom. So in these days, Zoom is really given more priority. So in this way, you can give more priority to some of the traffic which will flow in this WLAN. And yes. And then there's some other policies which we don't have in this packet tracer. And then we click on advanced. In advanced tab, there are many options which are not working here, but at least you can highlight them and you can read them. And slowly we will be discussing these all options there. But today, what we are going to do, we are going to select this flex connect local switching as well. So we say enable and we say enable. This is not required, but if you want to see, for example, okay, I'll do this later. Okay, and then we say apply. And yes, this has been applied. And now if we go to WLC to see again what's there, you can see we have both of the networks and they are both in enabled condition and the security policies has been defined. And if you want to see the access points, then we go just there, wireless. And in this tab, we will see whatever access points are connected with that. So if you see we only have one access point, it means this is going to show us one access point only. Okay. And now it means this access point should have information about both of these wireless LAN which we created. So if I just hover over this access point, you can see after CAPWeb status connected to 192.168.1.5, you can see providing WLAN. So newb1 and newb2, this is being offered by this access point. Now we want to see that this laptop should be connected with this access point. So what we do, we go to laptop, and here we need to change, or we need to use this wireless access network interface. So what we do, we remove this and we use, we need to turn it off first. Turn it off, and then we remove this and we use this, which is actually a module which provides wireless interface. So for wireless interface, we are using this one, and then we turn it on again. The laptop is working along with its wireless interface. And now we go to desktop, and here wireless, DC wireless, and here we can get connected with the access point. So what we do, we say connect, and here we don't have any information at the moment, so we don't see any network which should be there. We don't see anything. So this was the reason that I was selecting in advance this Wi-Fi select. But anyway, if you want to get connected with that, then we go to this this configuration, and here we select wireless. And this wireless, we give the network to which we want to get connected. For example, newb1. So this is the network SSID to which we want to get connected, and using this pre-shared key. So the pre-shared key, if you remember, that was newb BIB123, and then just to close it. So this is the SSID and this is the pre-shared key. So we have given both the information. It means now you can see this laptop is connected with this with access point. See, and if you want to confirm, then we can go here and we can see desktop, and in the IP address, we can see in the IP address is 192.168.1.101. So this is the IP address which is provided by this server and we are connected with the laptop. Clear? And this is all the configuration has been received by this laptop. It means this laptop is connected with this controller. The second point which I wanted to show is that, for example, if we go to this laptop and we go to this PC wireless, then here when we click on this connect option, we should have the information about these all wireless network here, name and signal channel. So this information should be there, but we don't see this information at the moment. So what we do, we go to again to this controller. So we click on this PC and we select browser, and on the browser we say HTTPS and :/ and then we give the IP address of this WLC. IP address, the management IP address. So this is the management IP address, and we enter here. So we need to give the username and password to enter in this WLC login. So we are there, and now I want to say, for example, I want to see this WLAN. We have created 2 WLANs, and I want to see this WLAN being advertised on that. We go there and this check first WLAN, and now we have this option in advanced. We go in advanced and we say in Flex Connect local switching enable, and here also enable, and then we click apply. So this is changing WLAN parameter. What it is enable will call the WLAN to be. So we should actually disable and enable, but let's see if it works. And OK. So apply and OK. This has been applied, and then we close it. And now we want, for example, if we take another PC from here, laptop, click here, and same procedure. We just turn it off, replace the interface card, and then turn it on. And now we want to see here in this, so again here, close, and here in this we want to see the information about that WLAN here. So we go to connect, and let's wait for a while. If the information is yes, you can see here newbie1 is being displayed here. And now if you want to get connected, then we just click here and say connect, and now it's asking for the pre-shared key, so that is password NEWBIE123, and we say connect, and you can see this laptop is connected with that. So see, we are connected with that. And if you want to see more information, then in this link information you can see that you have successfully connected to the access point. So by making some changes in the advanced here, we could see this. So for example, if we go again here and we say HTTPS ://192.168.1.5, again the management IP address of the WLC, and we say admin, and then we say NEWBIE123 and login, and we go to WLAN, and I want to make the same changes here too, and we say go to advanced, and we say enable in the Flex Connect local switching and local authentication. We say apply, OK, and now let's see what's happening. Yeah, so there was disconnection for a while, but then let's see if we are able to see both of the WLANs there. So you can see newbie1 and as well as newbie2 is seen here. So anyway, so this was some basic configuration of WLAN on WLC using pre-shared key method of authentication. And thank you very much for your time, and hope to see you in some other video.